So I think we have most of our folks, and others will join us, and our time is kind of tight, so we try to do the best work we can.
And good morning to all of you. Welcome.
Good morning.
We have seats up front, please. For those of you who are coming late, come and join us up front.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put the money on this.
So Corky and I have been working together for about 30 years in one form or another, go back to our Penn State University days. And one of the things we really like to do is to engage people in brainstorming and mind mapping. Have you done this kind of activity before? Many of you have. I know you have.
No.
If you haven't, it's really a simple activity.
Okay.
It's a way of generating ideas, mapping them out, and then prioritizing. So let me give you a sense of what I mean by that in our process, and Corky will support us.
Tag team.
Yeah.
So here is our driving question for our conversation for the next 50 minutes or so. Who or what are the key partners or partnerships that Envision Peace Museum should pursue in order to successfully implement its vision? That's the question we want to talk about. And to prime your thinking, here are some of the things that we might want those partners to provide our organization. Help us fulfill our mission. How can they help us leverage resources, help us make critical connections, establish a broader community, obtain critical people resources as well as financial resources, and maybe find other peace-related organizations that share our values or our goals. And those kinds of partnerships could be a number of different types. They could be centers that do work, they could be community members, university stuff, media, museums, associations, local, state, or federal, or others that we haven't even considered.
So sometimes we have rivers, which are large themes, like, you know, there might be the National Constitution Center, right? Could be an opportunity for us. And sometimes there's a tributary off of that river, which is a particular aspect of that museum, or it could be a key set of individuals who you think we should be in touch with. So rivers can be organizations, associations, groups, museums, institutions. Tributaries can be more inside of that. Subgroups, subcommittees, individuals that we want to tap into. And what we're trying to do is we'll map all of them, and we have some particular ground rules about how we map. And here they are, here are the ground rules.
All of our ideas are valid. Whoever presents an idea shares with us where they'd like it on the map. We're going to get really crowded, it's going to get really busy. And so for helping, I'm going to try to scribe and capture all of your wonderful ideas. Andy's going to manage the space.
Yeah.
In other words, it's going to be like a deli line.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And eventually, when it begins to get full, to help me save time, please think of this big board as a clock. And if I'm on the far left-hand side working and you want to add an idea to someplace way over on the other side, just say, Corky, at 3 o'clock I'd like to add a comment to the color yellow or whatever it is at the time.
Yeah. All ideas are valid. Everything gets up. Sometimes things belong in a couple places. Sometimes we see things in a couple places. I put that over there under that theme. So, everybody pretty clear on the task. We're just going to generate all potential partnerships for this museum so it can live its mission and get moving. I mean, we really want to get moving. And we're going to prioritize it at the very end around what's going to get us in that first museum space. You with me? So, let's generate some ideas. Who's got some ideas of really kind of vital partnerships? Yes, sir.
Well, there are other, I mean, you've already got Quakers, but there are other peace churches, like the Mennonites. And in Philadelphia, they seem to exist kind of apart.
Faith? Faith or church? What's the...
Oh, let's do faith.
Okay. Thank you.
And I also think that there are not only peace churches, but there are various peace communities. I think Weaver's Way in Germantown, if you reached out to them, would find this a congenial. And also campus groups.
So let's just for the faith one, let's capture it this way.